अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों। तो क्या हाल है आपका दोस्तों? तो दोस्तों आज हम एक प्रैक्टिस करेंगे मॉक टेस्ट की, इसका सेक्शन स्पीकिंग सेक्शन के ऊपर। तो लेट्स डू दिस मॉक टेस्ट। ठीक है, चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं। अभी देखते हैं हम इसको नेक्स्ट। ये बैक में इसने हमें बताया था कि क्या चीज़ें होती हैं क्या नहीं होती। यहाँ पे हमें ये अपना हेडसेट चेक करने के बारे में बात कर रहा है कि हेडसेट चेक कर लो। ठीक है जी, आगे चलिए जी। फिर यहाँ पे रिकॉर्डिंग करते हैं। हेलो 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 माइक टेस्टिंग 1 मिलियन 2 मिलियन 3 मिलियन। चैलेंज। अच्छा चलें जी, ये तो हम कॉपी कर रहे थे अपने एक बिलियन स्टॉक एक्सचेंज वाला है वॉरेन बफेट। तो वो बोलता होता है ना 1 मिलियन 2 मिलियन 3 मिलियन। लेट्स चाहे आगे चलते हैं आगे लिस्ट में गया बस। अच्छा यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि अपना कीबोर्ड चेक कर लो, कीबोर्ड कौन सा है, मतलब जो एग्जाम का पैटर्न होता है उसको फॉलो करने के लिए। और यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि ये टाइमर लगा होता है, टाइमर देके आपने काम करना स्टार्ट करना है, ठीक है। दिस टेस्ट measure the speaking skill in English that you will need in academic setting. The timer will be shown on the top of the right of the corner. The number of the items in the section will also display. और ये चीज़ें ठीक है। और राइट नाउ 35 सेकेंड है, इस पूरी इसको रीड करना है, ठीक है, पढ़ लो पहले। ब्रेकिंग हैबिट इज़ अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट द easiest way is to control the environment so that you do not encounter the cue which trigger your habit. It is difficult to break and habit even when you are motivated to do so. If you are ambivalent about breaking it, then you will be less likely to succeed. ठीक है जी, एम्बीवेलेंट आ गया, ब्रेकिंग आ गया, ये चीज़ें पढ़ लेंगे, ठीक है। Breaking habit is a very difficult. The easiest way to control your environment so that you do not encounter the cue which triggers your habit. It's difficult to break any habit even when you are motivated to do so. If you are ambivalent about breaking it, then you will be less likely to succeed. लो जी, नहीं आ गई थी, अभी इसको एक मरतबा रीड कर लेते हैं। Dine has been represented by the Pace Gallery and has had 100 of the solo exhibition around the world, including magic solo shows in museum in Europe and in United States. This has include the Whitney Museum of American Art and Museum of Modern Art. His work can be found in the numerous other public collections throughout the world. ठीक है जी, बिस्मिल्लाह। Dine has been represented by the Pace Gallery and had 100 of solo exhibitions around the world, including major solo shows in museums in Europe and United States. This has included the Whitney Museum of American Art and a Museum of Modern Art. His work can be found in the numerous other public collections throughout the world. पानी चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है? The benefit of home fencing are not only as a barrier between the area of a house and surrounding the environment. In simple word, a fence is a formation of a structure that is above the ground and is generally vertical with the intention of limiting an areas, protecting everything inside the fence from threatening danger from outside the fence. अभी एक मैं तो रीड कर लिए, फेंस के बारे में बात हो रही है, चलो अभी दुआ करो टोन सही रहे जब पढ़ रहा हूँ तो। The benefit of home fencing are not only as a barrier between the area of the houses and surrounding the environment. In simple words, a fence is a formation of structure that above the ground and is generally vertical, with the intention of limiting an areas, protecting everything inside the fence from the threatening danger from outside the fence. पढ़ क्या रहे हैं पर समझ नहीं आ रही अपनी वो हो रही है। थॉमस एडिसन used his access to the railroad to conduct chemical experiment in simple laboratory. He set up in a train during one of his experiments. A chemical fire started with, and then train caught fire. The conductor rushed in and struck Edison on the right side of at the head, probably furthering some of his hearing loss. Hey, what happened? Thomas Edison used his access to a railroad to conduct chemical experiment in a simple laboratory he set up in a train. During one of his experiments, a chemical fire started and train caught fire. The conductor rushed in and struck Edison on the side of her head, probably furthering some of his hearing loss. Oh my God, क्या हो रहा है? दूसरा गलत बोल रहा हूँ. अच्छा. Connectivity tissue, connective tissue cell provide structural strength to the body and also defend against from foreign invaders like bacteria. Two types of cells are native to connective tissue. Other cells migrate into the connective tissue from the bloodstream to fight disease. Special types of connective tissues are designed to stay stronger and more rigid than most connective tissues. Connective tissue cell provides structural strength to the body and also defend against foreign invaders like bacteria. Two types of cells are native to connective tissue. Other cells migrate into a connective tissue from the bloodstream to fight disease. Special types of connective tissues are designed to be stronger and more rigid than the most connective tissue. अच्छा जी. Canada first ever poverty reduction strategy is built on its vision that all Canadians should be live in dignity. It is also um, on the belief that all Canadians deserve to be treated fairly and fully participated in the development of their community. To be effective, the strategy must have a transparently indicator, clear targets, and tangible actions. Challenge. Canada's first ever poverty reduction strategy is built on the vision that all Canadians should be able to live in the dignity. It's also built on the belief that all Canadians deserve to be treated fairly and fully participate in the development of their communities. To be effective, the strategy must be transparent indicator, clear targets, and tangible actions. एक और आ गया जी. Patro, patriarchal. Patriarchal family is one run by the father and eldest male of of a household. He usually decided the duties of women and children in a family. In this role, the patriarch solve the family, distribute and divide the family wealth. The patriarch is also a spiritual leader of the family, and because he is thought closest to. A patriarchal family is one run by the father or eldest male of the household. He usually decided the duties of women and children in the family. In this role, the patriarch solves family distributes and divide the family wealth. The patriarch is also spiritual leader of the family because he is thought to be closest to the spirits of the family and sisters. One to improve quality of life and standard of living. Many patients didn't get a medical treatment they need. New buildings are located in the center of town. This is a new system to assessing the personal new tax. Final two sessions that will be taken on this Sunday morning. When you finish the typing, remember to save the documents. Is the company is expected to triple the profit next year. The smoke it to this deal with a clearest. I don't know. He is firmly convinced to finish his homework in a time. The reported mismatch between intended and represented are clear. Almost every have a same idea will be struggle same in the journey. अच्छा let's have we have diagram. तो यहाँ पे वही वाला रूल अपनाएंगे यार. This graph is about school enrollment rates in Brazil from 2010 to 2013. This graph is also about the years, which is represented on y-axis, as well as an environment rate, enrollment rate on y-axis. And here we have a three main types: primary, secondary, and high school education, which are represented that in a blue line by primary line and secondary for green color line and high school for red color line, and it's a chart between 2010 and 2022. Thank you. I think that's enough for this language. Thank you so much. In this chart, we have a number of rivers by the country, and in the x-axis, we also have a number of rivers, which is indicating from 0 to 3,000. And on right y-axis, we have also have a country list, which are represented from Egypt, Australia, also is Russia, also China, Brazil, also US, also and India, also too, which represented that we have a number of rivers by the country. Also, I think in calculation, this is the graph of a bar chart graph, which is represented of number of rivers by the country. I think this is enough for this passage. What should I say? Team to bust who was standing outside the home and standing in a garden and discussing some discussion on paper. In this picture we have three friends, and also we have we in the one there are two women and one man. They are one woman and another man are handshaking each other, and also we have they are standing on the outside of the home, and also they are so excited mood and they are so happiness mood. I think their exam will be really good, done by the good, and I think that's enough for this wise. Thank you so much. This passage is अच्छा. This passage is also about doubt and depression, also about craving, and also about summer months. Seasonal factor also disorder the difference, also about the summers, and also about the difference between the summers and winters, and also about the daily doses of the strong light, outdoors exposure, and morning house. 1 to 2 hours sit facing windows, increase the light, and one from home. I think that's enough for this. Let's just common room, cardiologist, digital marketer, agency. Poultry farm, neighbor to neighbor, it's skin, brownish skin. क्या होती है स्किन का कलर यार? स्किन 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 होती है ब्रो. अच्छा यार, इसका रिजल्ट आ जाएगा 1 आवर के अंदर. तो ये ओवर पूरा एक मॉक टेस्ट था. मेरी इसके अंदर काफी मिस्टेक्स थी, मुझे पता है, मुझे प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. लेकिन ये आप लोगों के लिए, आप भी देखें, आपको प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. तो आप भी देखें, ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग.